What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. We are at C today, and I just wanted to answer another comment. And this says, why don't they have seniors and people who are disabled speak to the committee and share their struggles of living on Social Security? Okay. This is interesting. Really, really, very, very good question here. This is from John. And I agree 100%. Now, I have seen some committee hearings where they will have someone talk, someone, just an average citizen talk about what they're struggling with when it comes to Social Security or when it comes to just, working and just some of the struggles. Now, they'll usually just have one person, and then they'll have the experts. Now, the experts are important, very important, because they're the ones that they're working the numbers. So they know exactly or they have a good idea of where we need to go when it comes to how to make this happen financially. Okay, so that's very important. Now, the impact, like impact statements from the American citizens, I think is very important as well. And I think they should have at least one person on that panel that is speaking from the situation that they're in. And when it comes to Social Security, yes, we should have, in all these committee hearings, we should have someone that's sitting down that is going through this and talking about the struggles that they're having. Okay, whether it be through disability, whether it be just Social Security, living below the poverty line, receiving Social Security at 100% of their retirement, and just let us know how they got to this point and where how lawmakers can fix the system or at least help the system along. Now, I think there are reasons why we don't have lawmakers that will put a lot of the American citizens forward in these, as witnesses in these hearings. The main reason, I think, is these lawmakers don't want to face the reality. They really don't. They want to talk and talk and talk, and they want to talk about this is going to raise, add to our national debt and all this stuff. Say all the things that are just not true, but they don't want to face the reality. They don't want to look that person in the eye and say, you know what, I'm not going to be able to help you. Matter of fact, the only way that we can save Social Security is by raising that full retirement age up from 67 to 70. That's the only way that we can really help. That's the only thing I'm willing to do. And these lawmakers, they don't want to do that. They don't want to talk to the American people and tell them that. You also have some lawmakers that don't want to go to the American people and say, look, the only real viable option, it's not raising the full retirement age, but it is raising the FICA, raising the contribution, which means some people look at it this way, raising taxes. Lawmakers don't want to sit in front of you and say, we need to raise taxes in order to reform Social Security. And so I think the main reason why you don't see a lot of the American citizens out there at these committee hearings is because politicians don't want to look them in the eye and tell them the truth. And the truth is we're going to have to make some drastic changes. And in my opinion, the only real way to solve this problem, and you've had other experts that have said the same thing, is that we need to raise more revenue. And the only way to raise more revenue at this point is to raise the payroll contribution. Either raise it on people making over $400,000 or over $250,000, or you're going to need to raise the payroll contribution on those people, or I should say, raise it on across the board for everyone who's currently working. So everyone who's currently working would pay a little bit more, contribute a little bit more for Social Security. And so if that, and the issue that I have here when it comes to lawmakers not really coming out and talking to the American people, they can simply tell the American people, look, this is the situation that we're in. In 10 or 11 years, we're looking at a cut to Social Security benefits across the board of about 23%. If we do nothing. But we do have a fix, and that fix is going to mean that we're going to need to ask you to contribute a little bit more, 1% or 2% more, you contribute a little bit more, you'll be guaranteed to have your Social Security benefits at 100% when you retire. I think most people are going to buy into that and say, yes, that sounds like something that is okay. A 1% or a 2% increase to the payroll contribution that I'm contributing every 2 weeks or every month or whenever I get paid, that makes sense to me. I can understand that. I'm contributing a little bit more to assure that I'll be able to receive my retirement at 100%. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. It's just like 401ks and just like any retirement system. If you go to a financial planner and you tell your financial planner, I want to retire at 57, they're going to look at the numbers and they're going to tell you, okay, you're probably going to need to contribute a little bit more to your 401k or contribute a little bit more to your retirement in order to retire at 57. It's the same thing. Lawmakers need to tell the American people, if you want to retire at 67, then this is what you're going to need to do. You're going to need to contribute a little bit more, or you're going to have to hold off your retirement until you're 70. And you might still need to contribute a little bit more because just holding off your retirement until you're 70 is not going to be enough. It's about 20% of what we need. So you still need to get 80% of revenue coming in. You can't just say we're going to raise that full retirement age to 70, and that will be the fix-all for reforming Social Security. So I think the main reason why we're not seeing these American citizens out there talking about Social Security reform in these committee hearings is because these politicians are afraid. And they know that if these American citizens were out there, especially some people who are really, really struggling, it would look really bad on these politicians, the fact that they're just continuing to sit on their hands. And I don't know when this is going to, when they're going to reform Social Security. I know it has to happen. So we will see something in the future. I don't know when that day is. But right now, politicians are just sitting on their hands and trying to, they're trying to blame things that have nothing to do with Social Security, which really, really bothers me because they're trying to say Social Security is adding to our debt. I just watched these committee hearings just a couple of weeks ago, and that's what you had some lawmakers trying to say. Oh, it's debt. It's debt. It's not debt. And you had one lawmaker, I can't remember his name, but he was trying to say, well, because the Treasury is selling these bonds to pay for Social Security benefits, that's debt. But what he wasn't saying is they have the money. Social Security has the money. All they're doing is it's a lot faster for the Treasury Department to sell off bonds, and then they bring that money in the same amount. So if it's $100,000 that's going out, or $100 million that's going out to pay out benefits, you're going to be able to receive that money through the contributions, through the trust fund. So you have $100 million in one place. All you're doing is expediting the process using the Treasury to take that $100 million and send it out to the American people, and then you're just taking that $100 million that you already have in your savings in that trust fund, and you're paying off the Treasury. So there's no debt that's being held. Okay, and that's the most important thing. So I want to know what you guys think about this, so let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.